pull me over. Oh no. Heresy? No, what? No. Oh god. I'm scared.
Now,
Oh no. Why have you sent me this? Oh wait, there's this other video that I want to go over too. Now this reminds, oh my god. Furry history. Furry history.
now, I know.
Furry. There's only one video.
Now,
What the fuck, Heresy? All right, I'm going into this cold. Let's see how bad it is.
now, I know what you're saying, but this is about objectivity, not about supporting the Confederacy, and not about supporting slavery, neither of which I support. If there is a statement that you know spiritually is true, but factually is wrong, it has to
Wait,
be called out.
wait,
And that's what I'm doing here. You see,
what?
people is wrong. There's a statement that you know spiritually is true, but support the Confederacy, and not about supporting slavery, neither of which I support. If there is a statement that you know spiritually is true, but factually is wrong, it
Oh
has to be
boy.
called out. And that's what I'm doing here. You see people all the time making fun of that old phrase, the war of northern aggression, as though northern aggression is unthinkable, as though the South wasn't on the defense for the majority of the war, and as though
The South started the fucking war, you absolute moron. Well, I forget the fucking first battle's name. Hold on. First battle of Civil War. It was Bull Run, right? Yeah, it was Bull Run. Wait, no. It was before Bull Run, right? Am I thinking of something else? Was I thinking of the... Hold on. Was it Bull Run? Oh, it was Okay. Oh. This was after Fort Sumter. Gotcha. It was Fort Sumter. That's what it was. Holy shit. But yeah, no. Literally the start of the Civil War was on Fort Sumter. The Confederacy attacked Union soldiers at Fort Sumter. Oh no. You gotta give it to the CIA. Someone is working overtime to make this content. I guess so. It has to be made, apparently.
it was the North's institutions that were threatened, and not the South's. But it was
Really?
the South's peculiar institution that was threatened, the backbone of their society and economy.
Peculiar institution, you say? One could say that it is almost like a near fundamental thing about the South, maybe. Not really just peculiar, but really like normalized, encouraged. I don't know. And maybe that's why they were fighting in the Civil War, because slavery as an institution was being challenged. Maybe.
Before the war, the North purposefully upset the balance of slave and free states. For those of you who don't know, in the USA,
Don't fucking care. Don't have slave states. I'm pretty sure every time this has happened, they've tried to balance out the slave and free states at the time. But like even then, like slavery as an institution was supposed to be like was supposed to be phased out. But you know, it was like this United States was kind of holding on to that shit. They were like, we kind of like keeping the slaves down here because we don't want to pay people to work. You know, just slight stuff right there.
for those of you who don't know, in the USA we have 2 senators per state, and that is the second chamber of Congress. So when they are adding states, for the most part, they need to add a free state and a slave state to keep the balance, so that neither side would be able to one-up the other. However, in 1859, Oregon was admitted as a free state, and in 1861, Kansas was admitted as a free state, which is 19 free states and 15 slave states in 1861.
Based.
And in 1860, an abolitionist president against the admission of more slave states to
Abraham Lincoln was not an abolitionist. He was not a staunch abolitionist. The man said he would rather keep the U.S. whole than abolish slavery, if that's what it meant. Like, the war was initially to get the South from keep the South from fucking tearing the U.S. apart. It was originally not a war about slavery, guys. Didn't Lincoln want to send the black people back to Africa? Yes.
the Union was elected. It is under that atmosphere that states seceded. And as each new Western free state was
in other words, they seceded because there was a president they didn't like, and that's it. That's how they were just that mad. They were ass mad about a president they didn't like. Boo-hoo.
The slave states had less and less of a voice in the decision-making of the United States.
Good. I would rather have no slaves in the U.S. But, we still kind of have slavery, just in the prison industrial complex, just highest prison population in the world. Small things, But yeah, no, good. Less slave states are good in this case. Like what's your point, bud?
And they knew this, which is why nearly all of them seceded. What is this behavior before the war, if not aggression? You hear so much.
Northern aggression is when you have a president they don't like.
The South fired the first shots of the war. That's why the idea of a war of northern aggression is laughable. Before you say that, ask yourself, what were federal soldiers doing in Fort Sumter? The purpose was to facilitate a northern invasion of the South. If Lincoln was not planning on invading the South...
No. The U.S. already had the fort there. The U.S. has these forts that were all across the U.S. Believe it or not, they were to protect U.S. territory. Shocker. Am I right? Incredible concept. Protecting your land with forts in this time period? Holy shit. Wow. No. I hate this so much. Heresy.
And why did he have the federal troops continue manning Fort Sumter? It's not as though it would help them in a war.
Why did he have them continue manning? Because it's a fort. It's a U.S. fort. Who the fuck are you supposed to station there? Brits? The French? Oh, I hate it.
Against anyone other than the South. If they simply abandoned federal military installations in the South, there would not have been a war.
If they simply left their forts in the U.S., the war wouldn't have happened. And the Confederacy would have just, existed. Oh my god, I hate it. If they just simply left their stations in what was considered the U.S., there wouldn't have been a war. If you just let us keep our slave states, this wouldn't have happened. This is starting to sound like that this person's a little pro-slavery, maybe. I don't know. He seems to really be wanting to defend the Confederacy here on this. Especially when they fired the first shots, and especially when they took the action to secede because they didn't like a president. That's some serious manipulation of historical accounts. And I'm a dumb fuck when it comes to history.
Yes, the North squatting on Southern territory was aggression. You should think of it this way.
The North squatting on Southern territory? It was the part of the U.S. Stop.
If an Iraqi militia attacks a U.S. base in Iraq, is it an attack of Iraqi aggression? No, it isn't. The Confederates only wanted to be independent. The USA were
Yes, against the US. They broke away from the US at the expense of the US. The US said, no, don't break away, and they did it. The Confederacy did it. That was an act of aggression by the Confederacy. I'm dumbfounded. Did this dude get his history lessons from a furry or something? What was his like? What high school did this kid go to? What? If the U.S. just simply let the South secede, this wouldn't have happened. You see, it's so easy.
the attackers. And now I know you'll ask, well, what about when Lee invaded the North? The purpose of that was not conquering the North. It is entirely a different thing. Lee invaded the North to try to end the war, not to conquer anything. Meanwhile, Northern invasions were specifically to conquer the whole of the South and to end their independence.
What? Yes. That is how you win wars. You take over land and cut off supplies. What? Does he not understand how wars work? In wars like this, you take land to win wars. Oh god. Oh my. Oh my god, this is so brain dead.
The secession of these states was, by the way, legal. There was nothing prohibiting the southern states from seceding in the
Legal? Were the southern was the secession legal? The U.S. Supreme Court ruled that the Texas secession of 1861 is unconstitutional and had never been valid. What? Haha, that's funny. I thought they said that it was legal. I thought he said it was legal to do that. Oh my god. Let's see. Texas. That's okay. Threats and aspirations to secede from the U.S. or arguments justifying secession have been a feature of the country's politics almost since its birth. Some argued for secession as a constitutional right, and others as a right of evolution. While commenting that revolution or consent of the states could lead to a successful revolution. Oh god. I'm sorry, buddy, but the Supreme Court disagrees. Oh my god.
the Constitution. Not to mention that such a northern invasion was against the spirit of America. It is against the idea of
the Confederacy wasn't America at that point. Or actually, it was, but it was like an insurgency group that was trying to break away from America. One could say that that secession was a bit un-American. Could they say that? Oh god.
popular sovereignty and self-government. It is against what this nation was founded on, which was,
yes, by the states under a federal government. What? The reason why they did the secession was because they wanted to keep slavery. It's the slavery bit that's bad, not the right to self-determine as a state. That's why it was bad. We're almost done.
a war of independence against Britain. To deny the southern states their right to self-rule is disgraceful. But this is besides the point. The point is, the North wanted to end the South's independence. The South wanted both the South and the North to be independent.
So
The
that the South could continue slavery. Oh my fuck, dude. And it was against the Constitution because the Supreme Court ruled so.
South did not want to conquer the North. The North wanted to conquer the South, and it did so, which shows more than anything else that it was a war of northern aggression.
Okay, so once again, U.S. big bloated shit. Confederacy comes in. Snip, 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 snip. We don't want to be a part of the U.S. Fuck you. U.S. Okay, we can't have that. We got to keep the U.S. whole. Yoink. Northern aggression. That's...
Don't forget.
The South also wanted to push north, but was stymied the fucking anti-lock. Oh my god. I'm hovering the ban button right now. I am hovering that ban button so hard right now. Part of me makes me just want to just click it and end the torture that it was just that. Why did you subject me to this shit? Why is this the thing that you gave to me on my day back, on my official return?